Elliot, there are lots of people out there who I think by now know about you doing the SQE and why you do the SQE and how you got into that.
Yeah.
But tell us how you got into law.
Well, it's a very long story and a very strange career path. So from the age of 5 onwards, literally, all I wanted to do was become an actor, mainly due to the influence of my late grandfather, who was an amazing man, and he got me into it. It went from there all through my school days. I did every single play that I possibly could, every performance I possibly could. It was kind of in me right from the word go, I suppose. So I did that right the way through. I then went to drama college after I'd done my O-levels, giving my age away there, and essentially went to drama college and then became a professional actor for a number of years. So I did what I set out to do, which was great. Got my equity card, which, if you know what that is, at the time was like gold dust. So I did that for a number of years. And then I very soon realized I was never going to make any money. So I changed tack and I got into retail and restaurants. I started off working for Al Fayed, of all people, at Harrods. And one of my first jobs after acting was Father Christmas in the Grotto. Don't tell many people that, but there we go. And then it went from there. I went into retail, restaurants. I ran wine bars and nightclubs. I ran the Disney stores. I ran TGI Fridays, a whole load of stuff that I did over a long, long period of time. After giving up acting, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I kind of lost my path a little bit and just fell into sort of one job and then the next. So around about the age of 34, I decided that I woke up one morning and thought, don't want to do this anymore. So I was very fortunate. I was in a position where I could drop everything and go to university. And that's what I did. So I didn't go to do law. I went to do business because that's what I'd been in for many years. So I thought I might as well learn how to do it properly, as it were, seeing as I'd messed up so many times in the real world. So I thought I'll go to university, I'll do business. But one of the modules that I did, a compulsory module at the end of the first year, was contract law. And something just clicked. It was one of those epiphany moments. I suddenly thought, this is what I want to do. For some reason, I got it. I understood it. I was helping my peers, my fellow students, helping them understand it. And all of a sudden I thought, yeah, this is what I want to do. So I didn't drop my business degree. I changed onto a more law-oriented pathway, which meant that after that, I hadn't got a qualifying law degree. So I had to go to City University, Inns of Court Law School, where I did the GDL, which was called the CPE in those days. So I did the GDL, which was the postgrad diploma in law. I then went and did the bar. I then became a criminal lawyer, defense lawyer, and then the rest, as they say, is history. So a very strange pathway, but that's how I got into practicing law. And then later on, I went back into teaching law. I say back because I was teaching while I was at university, while I was at law school. Absolutely loved it. Certain things spurred that along, and I made the decision after a number of years to go back into academia. And then for the last 20 odd years, I've been doing nothing really but teaching law and legal education.
So some might say it's a strange path that you are a qualified barrister, unregistered now, of course, and yet you're teaching on the SQE, which is obviously for solicitors.
Indeed. Yeah, that in itself is rather odd, I suppose. But it was just one of those opportunities that came along because the SQE was very new. I'd already been teaching for a company on the overseas lawyers program. Even though it was for solicitors, it's still pretty much the same kind of thing in terms of the law is identical, and even the practice, the procedure, the practice. So I thought, yeah, I can do this. And I've worked with solicitors, obviously, as a barrister. I've worked with solicitors a lot. I've worked with law firms quite a lot while I was doing my training. So it was a kind of natural progression as well. And then, of course, the SQE came along, and I got into, obviously, providing training for the SQE.
That's great, thank you. To our audience, I'm sorry about the very noisy red kites in the background. They are incredibly noisy and talkative today. And on another note, Elliot does tell everybody about the Father Christmas story. Thank you.
This is true. Thank you. Bye-bye.